good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we're gonna get some beef. Yeah. Hello. Oh, I've got the wrong screen up. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Everything good. It's been a chaotic night last night, so hopefully everything works today. We probably won't be using Cubasis for today's show, or as I like to call it, Cubugsis. Hey, if you're watching over on Facebook, well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you can see a psychiatrist and that can sort things out. But you can also get off Facebook and come over and watch the show on the YouTubes at youtube.com/JadeStarr, or you can head over to the web browser at howtoaponios.com to watch the show in the browser. You can also, if you wish, join the Patreon from as little as $1 a month. You can hang out every weekend and I'll master your songs. And we had a really big what was a shorter show this week on the Patreon, but I ended up mastering like 5 or 6 songs, so that was really cool. Hopefully all the Patreons got your songs. I hope all good. And the giveaways that we did as well on the Patreon, do giveaways on the Patreon as well if you didn't know. Yeah, let's say hello to folks in the chat. I've got to really sort out this music here because it's kind of annoying. How do we get rid of it? We flush it down the toilet. Yeah. Right, let's say hello to people because there are people in the chat here and I really should say hello. So, hello to, let me scroll to the top. Danny Broderick, I hope you're doing good. Ivan Idea, Paying to Get. Yeah. SM Borthwick, hello to you. Sai, it's effing good to see you. You're not going to like this show then, Russ, because I'm not even going to put beef on bass and drums. Just to be different. Because I can, and that's what it's all about. And I can't really forget doctor's orders. Who else is here in the chat today? Keep scrolling down. Hello, Joe. Good to see you. Sounds are not lining up. And Media Web Records. Hello. Who else do I see here? My Paul Mint. Hello to you. Is there anyone else I've missed? I don't think there's anyone else I've missed. If I've missed you, call me a dickhead in the chat. And that will get my attention. Hi, Russ. Hello, Russ. Hello, Russ. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at beef today. Beef. There's no real... hello, Kev. Kev, what's going on? Good to see you. Hello, Joshua. Hey, look at this, Kev. Oh, I already showed you. Got a new t-shirt in the mail yesterday. Carcass t-shirt. Look at that for some gore, folks. Now, that's some gore right there. A bit of gore on your spore. Lovely jubbly. I came from, I ordered this t-shirt and I was really worried it was going to be really shitty, but it actually came from China and it's actually really good. It's really good. So you get. All right, so now a word, because we don't have any apps today that have dropped in price, so we may as well do the sponsor straight away right now, yeah?
You know, I can still remember the very first sweets given to me by my grandfather. They were Werther's Original, and I was 4. I had a bit of trouble opening that shiny golden wrapper, but then, well, I'll never forget that first taste. Sweet and creamy and uncommonly good. I remember feeling I must be someone very special when my granddad gave me his wonderful butter candy. Well, now I'm the granddad. And what else would I give my little grandson but my Werther's Original? After all, he's someone very special too, you know.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? It touches my heart every time I see it. It touches my heart, and I get a real tingling. Real tingling. I don't know where, but it's always tingling. So, Jesus. We're also going to give away today the last of the SWAM apps because they need to be given away. So they've got the Wheel of Warts, and if you missed out, you haven't entered, you're too late because it's all locked in. Eddie, it is locked in. Look how many people entered. Look at the wheel. Oh, it's I haven't fixed it up. Hang on, I've got to fix the wheel. Let me just fix this. Got a few errors on the wheel there. Let's fix that one. 1, 2. Let's refresh the wheel. Look at the wheel. The wheel is just crazy shit. And we'll save the wheel. And there's the wheel. It's all refreshed. All good to go. So the wheel's good to go a little bit later. So we got that as well. Let's go back here. Right, so we are going to look at beef today. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I'm not going to open it up in AUM. I'm not going to open it up in QBugsys. I'm going to open it up in Gband, and I'm going to take a few different projects and just throw some beef on some of my utensils stuff that I've been working on, throw some beef on some Desir stuff, and throw some beef on maybe some Thomas Gillane stuff, throw some beef on some DreadCircus stuff, and just some random different kind of tracks and see what kind of crazy things. Because at the end of the day, when we're talking about beef, and I should bring up the page because this is beef. I wonder if it's going to come up in the search. Because every time I do this, I come up with, look at this. I come up with stuff that's not actually the app, which sucks. Maybe if I put beef AUv3, yeah? Man, it's not really an ideal name for searching. Beef AUv3, maybe that'll help find it. There we go. So it's $5, just so you know, 5 buckaroos. I've got 2 copies that I'm going to give away as well. So the usual deal, leave a comment, make sure you're subscribed, like the video. Please like the video because, you know, it lets me know that I should keep doing it. Hello, any other people who've joined? I see Paul has joined. Yes. Hello, Paul. Good to see you. Not a box. Hello to Not a Box. Welcome aboard. All right, so yeah, beef is $5. And you know what? Beef does exactly what you would expect it to do. It beefs things up. It's not really hard to understand, right? Beef. Add some beef to it. It's, you know, it's not a vegan thing or anything like that. Peppy, wrong timing. You're supposed to do it at the end of a joke. All right, so going to open up GarageBand to kick things off. Let's go full screen. And I don't know, what should we start off with? I'm going to start off maybe with one of these utensils tracks that I'm working on. Hello, Millie Mummy Me. Millie Mummy Me. Millie Mummy Me. Millie Mummy Me. That's a bit of a tongue twister, but yes, all good in the hood. All right, so this is a project that, this is an early project I've been working on for this utensils thing that we're doing for the channel. Let's have a play of it first and see what's going on. So that's what is going on there. If we close out of this so we can see the track. So we've got like 3 tracks of Magellan 2. There's some drum tracks in here. There's a Mononoke. There's some vocal tracks. I think, well, I don't know what these are. Let's have a listen to what they do. So it's one track of me breathing and another track of me doing some kind of death metal growl. Awesome. So let's start with one of these. Let's start with this breathing stuff, yeah? Hey, Jamie Melander, good to see you. So what we're going to do is bring in beef. We're going to try and take these vocals somewhere else, do something a bit different with them. Yeah. So we go into our plugins and EQ. audio unit extensions, and it's not far down because it's under B for beef. Alright, so let's have a look at the layout first of this wonderful app. So you don't get too much when you make it a bit larger. Hello, Greg Hernandez. Alright, so let's go from left to right just to give you an idea of what's going on with it. So you've got an equalizer here, always handy to have, a lovely little equalizer. You've got this noise rate modulation panel here, and what this does, it adds noise to the sounds that you've got going on. So it doesn't like change the sound into noise, it adds noise to it. Then you've got saturation in the middle, and you've got a whole bunch of different selections of saturation, so distortion, fuzz, tube, tape, and you can wreck the fuck out of it with this last one, wreck. And like any kind of saturation or distortion, you have a drive and tone, so pretty standard stuff. And then within the next section which continues on from your saturation, you can change the rate, bit depth, smoothing, and the amount of all the crush altogether, so you can really crush the fuck out of it. I'm swearing a bit today, aren't I? And then we have a little shaping panel here and a limiter on the end. So pretty basic stuff. Not it's not going to do your head in. Nothing too taxing there. And also it comes with a whole bunch of presets. And one of the people who made the presets is actually in the chat. Jamie Melander is here. So if we open this up, you have some bass 808 presets. Hello, Tom Rochelle. You have some drum presets, some mix presets, some miscellaneous presets, and some artist presets. So if I click on these, you will see there's Ali Ahmet, Avin the Cree, the GarageBand Guide, so Patrick at the GarageBand Guide, Gavinsky is in there as well. So Jamie Melander, Nutrix, the Reaper blog, and Venus Theory, they all have patches in there for you to fudge around with. See, I'm being a bit more controlled. Hello, Audible Video as well. Welcome to the chat. Righty dokie, as Pete Johns would say. So let's play this vocal and just run through some random presets and see what it's going to do to this vocal. I'm going to start with some miscellaneous stuff, of course. Where are we? Why am I not getting anything happening through there? You know what? Oh, it's because I have it on. Oh, man, I did this twice, man. I did this earlier. I've got it set on the wrong thing. I've got to add it in here. That would be smarter, wouldn't it? Let's add it to the right thing. Okay, let's go into this miscellaneous. So straight away, that is beefed up. So if you want things to pop in a mix, so if we bring this back into the mix, and just taking it off, you can hear it's much lower in there. It just brings it to life, yeah? Two little boys with two little toys. Two little boys with two little toys. So this one, it's added a formant, and you can start to hear it's adding some crisp and crunch to it. So let's add a bit more to it. I'm going to fuck with the frequencies. Add some noise to it. Give it some highs to cut it through. Now it's still in there, but it's got that little bit of texture in there. Now we've got something really loud. So if we bring this back in, it's totally dominating the mix. And as you can see, this is using a fuzz. If I change this to a distortion, so you can actually really destroy the sound as well. So not only can you bring this to life, you can massacre the sound in this, right? And if you really want to, you can pull it back and give it a whole lot of like mellowness and you know, tame it down a bit. So you can hear when I turn this on and off, it's really subtle, but it just pulls it back. Let's go into some of these. See what Jamie's got in here. Jamie's got one called the Dirty Warm Finger. How good does that sound? Let's bring it back in. Cool, I'm going to leave that on there for now because we can change the volumes of that later on. Now, this last track I had down here, this is a synth track. Now I've got beef on here already. That's without beef, so this is with beef, so it's got a fair bit of control on it. I'm going to use this fuzzy Vox. In fact, it's kind of one of Gavinsky's tutorials. Alright, so with this one we've got a fuzz on there, and what it's doing is it's destroying that sound, right? Let's change the frequency up a little bit. And the Q in this modulation, I'm going to bring it back in. Alright, so I'm going to mute one of these other tracks and see what we've got going on with the Magellan. So these are the 3 Magellan tracks. I want this to stand out a little bit more and do something more, so we're going to add beef to this. It already has Pro R on it. So let's just play from a default sound here. I'm going to add some highs to it. Add some sub. I want to add some distortion to it. just want to fill out the bottom of these 3 tracks, right? So let's bring in the drums. We've got bleach saturator going on these kicks. I'm going to just turn that off for a second so we get them more clean. I'm going to beef up this kick a little bit. Instead of using the bleach one, let's try using beef on here and see what we can do with these drum presets that are in here. Yeah. Now that is fun. Fun. Okay, let's jump out of this. Because I have now these tracks that you're hearing, these were the early parts of a collab thing that I'm working on for you guys. This is part of a horror movie soundtrack that I'm working on. There you go, Tom Michelle, 80s horror movie soundtrack. And what I'm going to do with these tracks, these were the early tracks, that's why I'm fucking with them here. And once these are all done, I'm going to upload them all for you guys, and I want everybody here in the Wart community to add a track and send it back to me. Add a track and send it back. Add a track and send it back. Add a track and send it back. I'm going to create a horror film score with people adding a single track each, and then we'll turn it into a community-based 80s horror film soundtrack. So that's the idea of what's going on with this. But as I said, these were just the early tracks. So this is another one of them. Hello, Doug. Good to see you. What have we got going on here? So we've got FRMS. We've got 2 tracks of FRMS. We've got a track of Apparillo going on. I have a merge track of some stuff that I did previously. Mononoke again. And then there's a track of Mint. So let's hear what else is happening here with this other track of FRMS. So again, going for a real horror movie kind of feel here. Let's bring in Apparillo. And this track's blocked. It's muted, so I don't know what it... I think it's in reverse or something. Then we got a Mononoke track here. Now I want to dirty this Mononoke track up. I want to get this really gritty. I want to distort the fuck out of it. So let's jump in and add some beef to it. I've already got some bleach saturator on it, but we want to beef it up a little bit more. Just drag it through the mud a bit. And that's kind of exactly what I wanted first go. Let's play around a little bit more with it. So I'm actually going to go and wreck it a bit. Now that's what I want. Because I want to try and create something that's like the horror film. I think this part of the soundtrack is a chase, is a kind of leading up to a chase scene. Like picture Evil Dead, where the camera is chasing somebody through the woods. What I'm actually going to add to this as well is, of course, the magic sauce. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, Dead Folk. 62. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this Mononoke track. And I'm going to take this file and copy it. We're going to paste it in here and add this to the mix here. We'll unsolo these. What we'll do is we'll go in and we'll hard pan these fuckers. So we'll hard pan, then we'll go into, here they are together. Well, they were together. They're gone. Let's go in and change the frequencies of this beef track. Yeah. To give it that real demented video game kind of feel. Hey fam, Priam. So I'm going to throw in some vocals here just for fun. Man, how cool is that? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to throw in some vocals here. Let's throw in a vocal track. And we'll go with a fun, because adding vocals is fun. And we'll hit clean. And turn on the monitoring. I don't have a mic set up, do I? Yes, I do. I've got one here. Let's just bring in this mic I didn't set up earlier. Okay, hello, 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 hello. So I'm going to turn down this main mic here. And I want to do some reverse stuff, yeah? Let's do some reverse stuff. So I'm just going to do a line from Twin Peaks. Maybe like the black dog walks, it runs at night. Let's try that. cool, let's come back here. We can turn off this microphone now and piss that off. Get out of the way, Mike. We don't need you anymore. See you, Michael. Fuck off, Peppy. So I'm going to take this actual file here, go into, and I'm going to hit reverse. And let's see what goes on here. And then we're going to add some beef to this as well. We're going to add a couple of things to this. I'm going to add in a black hole track first. Let's do that. And then we'll add in some beef. Add some beef to the stock. Oh, fuck, I love demented shit. All right. We're going to go into some of these. We're going to Patrick's. See what Patrick's got here. He's got some drum buster stuff. Wow. That destroyed it. Alright, cool. So what's on here? We've got a tape saturation. I'm going to take out some of these lows here just so we're not... I'm going to add a bit of noise to this as well. Just a slight bit of... Bring this frequency down a bit. Just to dirty it up a little bit more, yeah? Okay. So we've got to place this and get this right now. Just going to chop this vocal. We're going to split this sucker just so I can get this to line up in place with, let's get in here, set this marker. Fun. So let's jump over to another one and play with some other sounds here, because I wanted to focus on kind of noisy stuff today, because that's just what's fun. So I'm not sure what this track is here. I can't remember. Let's have a listen and see what it's all about. Cool. So I want to mess with this thing and beef this out and give this some tonal stuff and distort this and fuck with this a little bit, because clearly that's way too nice. Way too nice for what we're trying to achieve here. And beef is just perfect for it, because beef can make everything sound fucking evil. Give it some sub. Add some Altezza onto that as well. Yeah, man. Maybe we'll go into Altezza and we'll what I'm going to do as well is I want to fuck with the drums, because they're super basic. That's just a super simple kit. I want to give this some guts. It's already got Bliss Saturator on it. If you turn that off, it's kind of giving it something, just giving it a bit of a boost, but I want to distort it. I want to fuck with it. Let's go into the presets in Beef. We'll hit these drums. Hey Jim, good to see you. Anyone else I've missed? Hello. Wow, man. Already it's got that super dark, like this scene in the movie is actually it actually shows the hole in the ground that the creature lives in, and all these demons kind of all around this hole, kind of bowing to this creature in the ground. It needs some screens and stuff, you know. So here we have a sample going on. I don't know what this is. This is so this sound here that we've got going on, this is shit. This was created using my Indian healing drum that I made from deer skin with this. As you can see, I made this with my bare hands and intricately woven together. So it's real deer skin. We had to actually hunt the deer ourselves and kill it and skin it and cure it. And everything's all made stick. If you look really closely too, you can actually see through this and see the veins. Maybe you can see the veins that are actually here. This will give you a better representation. There you go. So you can see the veins actually in the skin. Pretty cool. And that's what this track that we're listening to now was made with. So let's give this some guts as well, because we want this to complement these drums. It's already got Bleece on it as well, this is actually from a different episode where I was looking at Bleece. But I reckon we can dirty these up even more. Let's head into these drum sounds we've got here. Oh man. Now what I wanted under there was like, so you can still hear that the drum's still in there, but I wanted this distortion under there because apparently this creature that's in this film can as it walks through space, through our space, it distorts time. So that's why I'm trying to distort these tracks to create this distortion kind of field. Let's take this to another level, because we can add some beef in here and we can add some sub to this and really fucking destroy this. So the last two tracks on here, these top two tracks, I'm not sure what they are. Let's have a listen to them one by one. I think they're vocal stuff. So it's breathing. And we got this kind of chanting thing happening. I'm just loading this shit up with beef. I'm probably gonna Fun. So this thing is really cool. Now, again, if you want to watch some other videos on beef, check out Doug's video. I'm pretty sure Gavinsky's tutorial's got one, a really in-depth one on it. But basically, as you can see, this is fantastic for dirtying shit up, grinding shit into the ground, taking it to town, you know what I'm saying? Fucking grabbing it and... leaving it like it's got no money and no pride left. It's also really good to bring things to life and make things pop in there. Plus, it has a whole lot of subtle things. You can use it as an EQ as well. So, you know, you're not limited to destroying stuff with it. It has a really nice EQ in it as well. Plus, it has a limiter. So, for $5, it's pretty neat. Plus, I have 2 copies to give away as per usual. So, you know, I was going to open it up on something else, but I think this is good enough for this. This is what I just wanted to show, what it can add to some textured stuff and really add textures to things. So, you know, I'm sure there's other videos out there that show what you can do with things like, remember, like for drum and bass and all that kind of stuff, 808s and all that. Of course, it's going to sound massive for bass lines, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be incredible. But, you know, as usual, think outside the box and try something completely different because you may be surprised. Yeah. I think that's it for today. I think we've covered all I really need to. It's a fantastic app. So from Caelum Audio, another great app. They just continue to bring out really cool, simple to use apps with very simple interfaces. And you know what? At the end of the day, with all of these apps, you got to remember, I'm not here to give you the ins and outs and everything to do with the app. It's all about trial and error and having fun. If you're not having fun when you're making music and playing with these apps, go buy an Android. You know what I'm saying? Go buy an Android and tweak your phone till your heart's content. All right. So yeah, I am doing a giveaway. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. So I see it on the list right in front of me. We are doing it. But that is it for that component of the show. Let's get to the giveaway. So this is the last one. Before I do this, I just want to thank Audio Modeling, who've been fantastic through the last week for giving me a whole bunch of codes to give away. You know, just wonderful. So, you know, kudos to them for giving me so many codes to give away. Where is the wheel? There is the wheel. And you can see there's a lot of people who entered. So anybody who hasn't got their codes yet, don't worry, because today, once these are drawn, the final names go into the spreadsheet and are sent to Audio Modeling, and they will fill that in for me within the next 24 hours, and you will all have your codes. So without further ado, it's time to spin the wheel, and it's the wheel of what? With the tiny, tiny writing that you can't read, only I can read with my spectacles. All right, let's give the wheel a big spin, shall we? Okay, dog, where is the spinny button? Where's the spinny button? I can't find the spinny button. There it is. Shall we spin? Spin the wheel. Fucking hell. It's John Peck. John Peck. Well done, John. John's the first winner. So if you didn't leave on your comment exactly which instrument you want, you have to make sure you do that so I know. Or I'll ask you in the comments. So John Perk, let me put that in my phone. All good. Hit enter. We are good to go, because guess what time it is? It is time for wheel! Wheel! Spin the fucking wheel, you dickhead! Whoa! Look at the wheel go! I can't even see it. It's so small. AUv. AUv has won. Congratulations. Yeah, it's there. I can see it. So don't fret. It is It's not a liner, all right? It may look small to you. If you look up close, I can see I've got glasses, trust me. So AUv has one as well. So there we go. Let's put that in. There we go. So those are the two winners. Grats to both of you. Congratulations. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Remember, got 2 copies of beef to give away. So make sure you like this video. Please like the video. Do all that kind of stuff. And you can also, if you want, check out the website, which is howtoapponIOS.com and all that jazz. And leave a comment on this video, and in 2 days' time, we'll announce the winner for the 2 copies of beef. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you do the subscribing thing because it's nice to do and all that kind of stuff. And that is it for today. From me here at the studio and from Peppy, I wish you all adieu and look after yourself, be kind to each other. And I'm Pete Johns all of a sudden. What happened? I'm stealing Pete Johns' catchphrases. Do the things that make you happy. Make mistakes, they make you better. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Where we go? There.